Yeah, I mean, I'm super proud of the team. We played really hard. I mean, we've short of maybe a game or two all year, we play hard. And today I thought we cleaned up after the first half turnovers. And once we cleaned that up, I said to the team at halftime, if we can come out of the second half with 3 turnovers, think about how many more shots we're going to have. We're going to have a really good chance to win, and we had exactly 3 turnovers. So, just toughness and poise. You know, we're doing a lot of mini games in practice and situations, and boy, nothing bigger than what we just went through there. Right, defensive stop after defensive stop. Some good execution. Obviously, Colby's playing at a really high level and super aggressive. Just confidence is pouring out of him, and it bleeds to the other guys. So huge win for us. Starting CAA play. All we talked about was we're 0-0 now. Just trying to get the 1-0 today. Saturday we'll just try to get one more. That's just a game at a time, a day at a time. So I was really proud of us.
Colby put the team on its back on both ends on the time when you needed it, and then Jasin hit the biggest single shot of the night when he hit that 3. Just awesome that your 2 guys that are the guys that you kind of knew coming in, and then they're showing up.
Yeah, and what was big on that play was I forget what we had called. I think what we called kind of didn't materialize. And Nolan, who'd been a little shaky with the ball, made an unbelievable play, drove all the way to the baseline, got himself stopped on 2 feet, spun around, whipped it back to Jasin for that shot. So, I think that says something about in-game resilience, that he was able to sort of recover and make a really critical play at the right time. And, we trust Jasin to shoot every shot he can get. So, big time shot by a big-time guy.
Our fans are getting to learn the CAA, but you grew up in Philly. You know about Drexel. This is a big win against a big-time program.
Yeah, I grew up, was like Malik Rose, and, played like 10 years with the Spurs afterward. Was a terrific player. I think he had 0 ligaments in his knees, but he was an amazing player and double-double machine. But, I grew up with Big 5 basketball. This is the first year they've actually been included in the Big 5. They've always been sort of this extra. But went to many a game, a LaSalle Drexel, a St. Joe's Drexel, obviously LaSalle Villanova and all that, or St. Joe's Villanova. So, there's this tremendous history and pride in the city of Philadelphia around basketball. College basketball is really, really amazing there. And, to be able to play so well against a quality team, they've had a really, really good start to their year. And I think they'll be formidable, throughout the conference. So for us to grit that one out, I think more importantly even it's the way we did it. It took every drip of everything that we had to gut it out, and those things build character. So I was really proud of our guys.
Let's play a little follow-up. You mentioned in North Carolina that not many teams can go in there, and those leads go from 20 to 38. You mentioned about recovery every play, and I think that's what won the game tonight. It's just moving on. I think you were constantly saying it. Yeah. Talk about how important that was, especially in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I need the bird in my head to tell me to move on quickly as well. But yeah, that's definitely the motto, because we had a stretch there where we just sloppy, and if you get down, whether it's on a personal level or whatever, and it deflates the other guys, then you're not going to be as good as you can be on the next possession. So that next play mentality is very much a real thing. And if everybody's giving effort and we're really focused on what we're trying to do, so the execution is, and the parts of the first half where we were struggling, it was really not. It was like just sloppiness. Like it wasn't anything necessarily that they were doing that was causing it. We just weren't taking care of the ball like we should. So those ones should be even easier, because you're like, I got it. I do this all the time. I'm good. Next play. But I do think that next play mentality is good for us. Again, the next play mentality is good and bad. Like, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. And I think we did that. we put ourselves in a position to win a basketball game, and we figured out a way to do that. And I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the crowd. I know there's, you're on break and there's not a lot of students here, but when called upon, they were there, and they were loud, and they were into it, and they were fighting just like they were one of us. It was like an extent, like the bench just started wrapping around the arena. It was an amazing feeling, and it makes college basketball fun, and it's a huge advantage when we're like that.
Yes, Jasin, just to kind of start off with what this means to both of you for this, what this win means to you and the team.
I think it means a lot to us. I mean, our last game against North Carolina, we felt like we battled them tough and we gave them a good fight. But as soon as that game was done, we put in our minds that our record 0-0, and it's like a whole new season come conference play. We got our feet on ourselves last year. Both of us played in conference last year. We knew what it was going to be like. We knew it was going to be tough. And I mean, this whole week we've been grilling it into our heads and talking about it, starting out 1-0 and building on it. And we came out today with energy and some fight, and we hit our goal. We started out 1-0, and now we just got to build on it and move on to the next short-term memory.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you got it.
Jasin, talk about your shot, hitting that three late.
I mean, Nolan did a great drive. He drove against the ball screen. He drew the defense in, and my guy's head was turned, and I slid up towards the top, got in the vision. He saw me. He made a great pass, and I think I can make any shot in the gym. I trust my work, trust my work ethic, and I mean, me and Lucci were in the gym yesterday, and we really worked on that exact shot. So I feel good about every shot I take, and this one just happened to go in and give us the lead, and 1-0 from there.
Colby, there was a stretch when you were really carrying the load offensively for this team. Talk about, what changed in the second half when you did that.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to get me going early, like first play of the game even, showing that trust in me, and then it came back around in the second half, and they just kept going to me while I was hot, trusting me, setting me ball screens, different looks to where I could get myself to the rim, and just working.
Colby, at the beginning of the year, Coach was telling us about how you had taken this huge step and talking about all this stuff, and we've seen flashes of it, but we're really seeing it over these last two games. Has anything changed, or is it just the stuff that you've been doing in practice is finally coming to fruition?
I mean, I don't think anything's changed necessarily. It's just we're all starting to trust each other more as a team, and I think that's helping me play the best basketball I've played up to this point.
How great is it for both of you to see? You know this has been on the team, what we've seen the past couple of games the whole year. How nice is it that you're finally getting the results out there?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, there was a stretch there where our offense was in a slump, and I feel like now we're kind of getting it rolling. Like Colby said, we're starting to trust each other a lot more, and it's opening up a lot more looks for us, and we're being able to take advantage of it. And when you got a guy that's built like this and is a mismatch on everyone that's in front of him, he makes it pretty easy. He draws a lot, and he's able to finish around the rim, make open shots. He makes it easier for everyone else, especially when he's being aggressive and making shots.
Jasin, I asked Colby after North Carolina, like in those moments in the game where he would go on those runs, and even you in these cases, I want to ask both of you this. Start with you, Jasin. When he goes on that little run there, talk about in the moment. You mentioned how much you guys are trusting each other now, obviously as a grand scheme of things, but in the game, talk about that moment and how maybe it's a flip of the switch, maybe it's what does that do for you guys, and how does that confidence really exude when you see that happen?
I mean, it does a lot for us. I mean, you kind of know when a guy's getting hot, especially Colby, you can feel the energy on the court switch. I mean, when someone starts going on a run, like me or Colby or whoever it is, you can feel the kind of energy switch with the team offensively. The confidence for everyone else goes up. When someone starts going on a run by themselves and starts kicking it out because we're starting to trust each other a lot more, it just feeds off other people's confidence. So it helps open up a lot of things, and I think staying aggressive with it will help us go on different runs and keeping our energy higher.